Welcome. Today, we're diving into a really crucial development happening right where artificial intelligence meets professional coaching. And as you know, this space is evolving at an incredible speed, which is creating a very real, very pressing need for some structure, for standards, and most importantly, for trust. This question right here is becoming more urgent literally every day. As new AI coaching tools pop up, the quality is all over the map. Right now, there are no shared standards for safety, effectiveness, or ethics. And that leaves both coaches and their clients in a pretty vulnerable position. So, to really get a handle on the proposed solution, we're going to walk through these 6 key areas. We'll kick things off by digging into the challenge the Coaching Trust Framework was designed to solve, and we'll wrap up with how you can actually get involved in shaping its future. All right, let's get right into the core problem here. A total lack of common standards. You see, without a shared rulebook, every single AI platform is basically left to invent its own code of conduct. And what that means is that users have absolutely no reliable way to figure out if the tools they're using are trustworthy. This gap creates some serious inconsistency and risk. For users, especially folks who might be in a vulnerable moment, it's pretty much impossible to know if an AI agent is built well. And for the professional federations, well, their excellent ethical principles often have a hard time translating into concrete technical guidelines that software teams can actually use. This really highlights the need for a common, open, and verifiable framework. And this is exactly where the Coaching Trust Framework, or CTF for short, comes into the picture. It's a proposal designed to fill this exact gap, and it's built on a really powerful core principle that, right from the get-go, sets it apart. Now, this principle, it's more than just a nice idea. It's a non-negotiable commitment. It's actually legally protected by a Creative Commons license. And what that does is it ensures the CTF can never become private property or be controlled by any single company or group, ever. So this is super important to get. The CTF isn't just one thing. It's actually a bundle of 3. It includes, first, a written framework that sets out all the operational expectations. Second, there's a practical toolkit of helper AI agents to help build and verify quality. And third, there's a public declaration system so platforms can be transparent about their commitment. So how is this thing actually built? Well, unlike most standards that kind of impose rules from the top down, the CTF takes a completely different route. It's designed to discover the universal rules from the ground up, based on what's happening in real-world practice. And this illustrates the difference perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the traditional top-down approach, but on the right, you see the CTF's inductive cycle. It starts with this minimal common core. Then, professional bodies like the ICF or EMCC can create their own specific versions, which are called déclinaisons. Now, here's the cool part. When a rule proves to be common across several of these versions, it gets promoted into that main common core. So the system doesn't just decree what's universal, it validates what is proven to be common in practice. Okay, but how does the platform actually go about implementing this? Well, that's where the toolkit comes in. CTF provides a set of 7 specialized assistant agents to help with all the engineering work. Now, you shouldn't think of these as conversational partners or anything like that. A much better way to think of them is like specialized workshop tools. Like rulers, levels, and inspection lamps. They're basically quality engineering aids. And they're designed to make sure an AI coaching agent is built well, tested thoroughly, and deployed responsibly. And this is a really critical distinction. These tools are solicited, meaning they're called upon for a very specific task, and they produce a very specific examinable response. They are absolutely not designed to be conversational companions. The CTF's design intentionally avoids making the AI seem human, which keeps the focus squarely on its function as a precise tool. So building a trustworthy agent is one thing, but making sure it stays trustworthy over time, that's a whole other challenge. To prevent an agent from drifting away from its original design after it's been deployed, the CTF requires this really unique supervision model. This 3-part structure creates a powerful system of checks and balances. The agent's behavior is reviewed together by the platform's own designer, an independent human supervisor, and the AI audit tool. And what this means is that no single party, not the platform, not the external supervisor, and not even the tool itself, can cause the agent to drift away from its goals without it being noticed. So what does all this mean for you? Well, CTF is an open project. It's currently in version 1.0, and it's really designed for community involvement. There are some very clear pathways to engage, whether you're a platform builder, a coach, or part of a professional federation. These pathways offer different ways to get involved. And, let's be really clear about something. CTF is not yet formally approved by federations like the ICF or EMCC. Building those relationships and earning that kind of validation is actually a key part of the federation pathway itself. The way this framework evolves is driven entirely by its contributors and adopters, not by some central authority. Even the project's founder, Maxime Bouy, while recognized for creating it, holds no special ongoing power. This project is truly being built for and by its community. What we've covered here today is really just an introduction. The full documentation, all the technical details, the governance model, the tools themselves, it's all available and transparently documented on the project website. The coaching trust framework is one potential answer for one specific field, but it really points to a much bigger question. As AI weaves itself into more and more parts of our professional lives, this challenge of how we build and maintain trust through shared open standards is one that all of us are going to need to address. Thanks for watching.